Hello and welcome to Desi Martini. My name is Sandeep, and right now I have with me Mr. Namit Das, someone who has really made his mark in the industry. In the theater scenario as well. Well, hello and welcome, Namit. How are you today?
Sandeep, I'm very good here. And looking at you,
Oh, come
I
on! After that huge, lovely introduction, you're like, okay, I'm very good, yeah. That's like so. I saw you're like sitting
no,
there, Namit, like,
no, no. That's what I'm saying. Looking at you and hearing you, I'm feeling even more happy because the colors are so bright, and you're wearing this lovely yellow jacket and this red background. I'm feeling really happy myself. Yeah, great.
thank you, thank you so much. Namit, the very outset, I've got to ask you. You belong to a family of musicians. Your dad was a ghazal singer, and
He's
what
a ghazal
actually
singer.
yeah, so what exactly made you initiate in the film industry, and what actually drove you to acting, or perhaps egged you to acting?
I was in St. Xavier's College,
Hmm.
and the theater scene is very active there.
Right,
And
right.
um, and I was actually I wanted to be a singer myself,
Okay.
and but that somehow did not give me the right indications when I was in college.
Hmm.
So acting is also actually expressing yourself, right? So then I got
Right,
into
right.
theater. That's how I got into acting, and then before I knew it, I was doing professional plays, and before I knew it, I was on television. Then I got a film, and then obviously it just took off. But in recent times, I think music has also taken off for me because I have a band. I have many things
Hmm.
lined up with music. I keep posting videos on Instagram. Those
Yes,
get a lot
yes.
of views, and those also get a lot of attention from the media. So I don't know where to place myself at this point of time. But yes, maximum people, more people would know me as an actor. But
Hmm.
the following but the musical following is also increasing, yes, day by day.
So now tell me, you have been a part of theater, you've been a part of web shows, you've been a part of films, and some TV shows as well. I mean, you have been an anchor as
Yes, I
well,
have
right?
been an anchor, man. Yeah,
Yeah, so literally, you have dabbled in a lot of mediums. Where do you
yeah.
think is your calling exactly?
I think my calling is within me. It's really within me. It's not in singing, or it's not in acting, or it's not in hosting. It's I think within me. I like to connect with people. I like to communicate to people. That's, I think, one of the most important things that I have, and which really drives me in my life. And I don't know anything else. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो लाइक आस्किंग के एक माँ से पूछना कि आपका फेवरेट बच्चा कौन सा है. ये तो कोई हो नहीं सकता है, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता
Hmm. Absolutely.
है. एंड इसीलिए सारी चीजें मैं बहुत इंजॉय करता हूँ. हालांकि इन रिसेंट टाइम्स आई हैव टू से दैट फॉर द लास्ट 4 or 5 years I have been thoroughly enjoying myself in front of the camera.
Right.
I really like being in front of the camera, and acting and just communicating with the team, the creatives, and I
Mhm.
love it. I really like it.
And when you're on stage and when you're in front of the camera, I'm sure there are a lot of differences as far as the way you enact your scenes or say your lines. You've got to be a little louder when you're on stage so that people can hear you and you're audible. And at the same time, I mean, when you're in front of the camera, definitely the equations change. I'm talking about you and the media. I mean, could you shed some more light on that?
Essentially, the camera medium is the director's medium. Yes.
Mhm.
And theater is an actor's medium, because when you are performing on stage,
Yeah.
no one is going to come and tell you to what to do to what to do. No one is going to
Yes.
do that. You can do whatever you want. Yes, there is a direction. Yes, there is direction. Yes, there is
Mhm.
sort of a vision behind the play or the piece that you're performing.
Right.
But essentially, it is my actor ego which is being satisfied when I'm performing on stage. Camera is a different ball game altogether. I mean, let me just try to explain it in very simple terms.
Please go ahead.
The theater, the stage, essentially sees the actor's body, and the
Okay.
camera
Uh-huh.
sees the actor's heart. You can't lie.
Okay. Wow, that's
Yeah,
that's a very wonderful. I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful, superlative way to put it.
you
Actually.
you really cannot lie. You just cannot lie. And we know the actors who lie. And that's when we say, "Nee, yaar, something is not working. I don't know what is not working, but something is not working." Because the actor is lying, and that cannot be the case when you are in front of the camera. So essentially, these are things which I have come upon when I have acted in front of camera, when I have and when I have been on stage. Uh, but but they're very different. Both the mediums are very different.
Namit, you work with Ranbir and Wake Up Sid. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Of
You work
course,
with Ranbir and Wake Up Sid.
yeah.
And I think in Lafange Parinde you were with Neelithan
Neelithan
Mukesh.
Mukesh.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. And you were also a part of many other films. Uh, Today, when you kind of look back and in retrospect for the matter, I do you think you're in a happy space?
Yes. I
Hmm.
think my happiness is not related to the projects that I do. I think it's something which I control. It's really in my hands. It's a choice which I take.
I
The
see.
projects which have come my way, I've been very lucky to get them. And I have been working for the last last 11 years in films, and
Okay.
17 or 18 years all in all in this industry. I started off as a small production boy, and eventually now, I'm doing this web show. I'm part of 3 web shows which are going to be coming out. I have a
Hmm.
band. I have different things um, which I have signed up for. I am the happiest person on this planet, because I would have never
Right.
expected that I would be rubbing shoulders with Sushmita Sen or with Chandrachur Singh, people who I literally grew up watching.
Hmm.
So it's really a great uh, it's a great life. It's a great life that I'm living, and I'm happy, and I'm peaceful about whatever I'm getting right now. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is
Absolutely.
literally
Absolutely.
not even the 10% of what I have in me to give to the industry. And some
Hmm.
great opportunities are coming my way right now, and which I know will give birth to other opportunities. So I'm in a very
Wonderful.
good space. I'm in a good space, man, Sandeep. Yeah.
Well, that really, I mean, I'm very glad to hear that. And I really wish you all the very best from the bottom of my heart. Namit.
Same to you, man.
Uh,
Same to you.
I have been seeing you from a long time. I mean, on television. I kind of love the grit and the determination that you kind of exhibit and you exude in your roles.
Hmm.
And you literally light up the screen with that little smile. That I mean, you have that endearing quality. I mean, that's what I personally feel. So now, cutting all the jazz, let's come back to Arya. The fact that you are now sharing screen space with Sushmita and Chandrachur. Chandrachur obviously has been away from the silver screens for a long time, but then Sushmita was there on and off. How was it all working with a stellar cast? Well,
The superb, man. It's really a privilege that 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 I have been assigned for. Let's just put it that way.
okay,
Sushmita is a
you
great
humble you.
actress. Yeah, Sushmita is a great actress. Sushmita is a great actress, and she's a great human being. I think more than being a great artist and a great actress, I think she's a great human being. She's one of the most special artists, special people that I have worked with. There was never a sense of oh, I am Sushmita Sen, oh, I am doing a digital series for the first time, so I work in a particular way. No, nothing of that sort.
Right.
In fact, all of that was erased and it was brought down to the very basic, which is who are you? Who am I in this? And let's just make this scene happen. And that is the sign of a true professional, uh, which is uh,
Right.
which is I would say missing in a lot of youngsters that I have worked with. Because what tends to happen is people tend to focus on a lot of things other than acting, other than what you have to create on screen. Because though that is what is going to stay forever, people are going to look back at that and they are going to remember you for that. So many artists and many actors tend to miss that, but not Sushmita, for sure. And working with Chandrachur was great. Yeah, he's a great singer. We bonded like we knew each other since years. He's a brilliant singer himself. We were bonding on music. We were bonding on astrology. We were bonding on life, and then there was acting, and then there was obviously the character as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a privilege working with both of them. And they're such great people, really. And they've done this. They've done this many times. This is just another outing for them.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about your role in art.
I play the character of Jawahar, and Jawahar
Mm-hmm.
is, it is it is unlike any other character that I have ever played on screen. I've had shades of grey in some characters that I've played in the past, but this is a gray character. There are not shades of gray. This is a gray character. I've never played someone so badass and someone.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't want to call him negative. I really don't want to give that out at this point of time because I don't think there's anyone negative or positive in life and in film. Um, and he's just the opposite of Arya, whatever Arya stands for. He's an outsider. He is not part of the family and yet has to be wants to become the part of the family because the circumstances are
Okay.
such. And then in the end, and ends up in situations which really make him make him go through a graph, which is probably the biggest arc in the show after Arya. So his transformation is also is really unique. It's really a unique transformation.
I see.
So it's a multi layered character. It's something I've really enjoyed myself uh, being. Yeah.
And what do you think was perhaps one of the most toughest scenes that you've shot for the show, for the series?
The action sequences were tough. Yeah, they were really tough for me.
Mm.
They were mentally demanding, physically demanding as well. That kind of physical work I did for another film, but it was a sports movie which I had done. So that kind of physical work I did, but that was very different kind of work. But here, I also realized that action is like dance. It
Mm.
really has to be choreographed properly, and you have to be so careful that you don't hit the other person, because you don't want to give those messages out that I'm getting into my character so much that I really want to
Yes.
hit you. That is not something. That's not the school of thought that I come from, because acting
Okay.
is acting, right? I am acting at this point of time, and that's why I would hit you, but I would only act it out. So those were things which those were challenges for me. But otherwise, great interpersonal relationships with other characters as well. And I
Mm-hmm.
had interactions with a lot of characters because it's very chunky part. It's always there. He's always there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Those were the things those were the challenges for me.
Namit, before I let you go, one question that I'm going to ask you is, today, as we all know, we are under a lockdown, and it's been induced by the coronavirus. Um, I mean, when people are making a hue and cry about the fact that we cannot really go out, I mean, our daily chores are being hampered, and this and that, and whatever. Don't you think to a certain extent that we being at home, sitting at home, have kind of been able to introspect and mull over things that perhaps we did not quite get the time to mull over when we were perhaps busy with our chores, for that matter? How has the lockdown been treating?
I would say, I would just, look at it differently. I would say, how have I been treating this quarantine, this lockdown situation? Because
Okay.
the lockdown is, it's there. I mean,
Yes.
it's a condition that humanity has driven itself to. And I was having a
Mhm.
conversation with a friend in the morning, and I told her, I said that there are just too many of us in this world,
Yes.
and and humanity is it's going through a very complex phase right now. There's inequality. There are many things which are backfiring um, at us at this point of time. And there's so many things happening in the world out there, which we are reading every day.
Right.
And I say this, while in the last 10 years, while we were busy making nuclear weapons against each other, there was a
Mhm.
virus which was being prepared uh, against us, against the race.
Mhm.
So, in a strange way, it has unified us because it's we are all the same. We are all going through the same problem at this point of time, which is how do we deal with this lockdown? How do we stay at home? And how do we do that peacefully with ourselves?
Right.
So the questions are many, but I don't have the answers. I don't know what are we really
Okay.
headed for. Although it's opening up, although because of economic pressures, obviously, in spite the numbers going up, we are opening up. But I would request people that they be careful. They take all the precautions because it's far from gone right now. In fact,
Absolutely.
if the reports are to be believed, then we haven't even reached our peak as yet. So be careful. Uh, it's you have to be patient. I mean, I have my days when I am so irritated and I'm like, why can't I go outside? And even if I'm going outside, why don't I have the freedom to just remove my mask and just be free? Why can't I just meet someone and just give that person a hug and just be with that person, right? Uh, but then I tell myself that I need to be patient. Humanity needs to be patient, and I'm part of that humanity. So, so you have to find ways, and it's a race against time now because
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
we've been in this situation for a very long time, and it is really getting to everyone. It's really getting to everyone. But keep your sanity under check, and do whatever that makes you happy, and take care of yourself, not only physically but also emotionally, and also um, yeah, and also mentally, you know. And watch Arya on 19th and be entertained.
All right. All right.
Be
That
entertained.
was a
That's
must give out message for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Namit. It was lovely talking to
Thank
you. My
you.
name. Thank you so much. My name is Sandeep with Desi Martin.
Super, Sandeep. Take care, Baba. Bye, bye.